I'm Mr. Twister WX, and welcome back to another weather forecast. In this video, we are going to be talking about severe weather, fire weather. I'll give you all a tropical storm Dexter update to the best of my ability, but I want to start out with our Day 1 Storm Prediction Center convective outlook. So today we have a level 1 out of 5 marginal risk. This is for most of Iowa, along with northern and eastern Nebraska. Today we have a less than 2% tornado risk for all areas. And you can see damaging winds across portions of the Great Plains and Midwest, along with up there in northern Minnesota, and then also a chance for some damaging large hail. Nothing too severe today, nothing to be overly concerned about. But what I am worried about is tomorrow, and recording got cut off, but we're back. So what I was saying is I'm worried about tomorrow, so Thursday and Friday. So tomorrow, this is Thursday, August 7th. You can see we have a 5% tornado risk for much of central North Dakota, along with a 2% in the Fargo area in northwest Minnesota, and then northern South Dakota also is under that 2% tornado risk. Now we have a 30% hatch damaging wind risk, so an MCS or QLCS event is likely. Not going to be a derecho probably, but we could see derecho force winds, hurricane force winds, and then our hail risk is going to be just a bit west of that in that red shaded area. So that includes some areas like Bismarck, Minot, that's just to the east of Glasgow, Montana. And then we also do have a 5% hail risk for portions of northwest Illinois, eastern Iowa, and central eastern Wisconsin. Moving on to the day 3, Friday, August 8th, you can see this is another enhanced risk. We can't see the exact probabilities yet, but likely all hazards will be possible. And the main area that they have outlined right now is the tri-state region for Minnesota, South Dakota, and North Dakota, right up there in the Fargo area. I wouldn't be surprised if they move this threat a bit further east, just because that's typically what happens as we get closer to the actual dates of these weather events, but we'll just have to see what happens. Surface-based and mixed layer CAPE, along with storm relative helicity, also known as SRH. So you can see on surface-based CAPE, around tomorrow afternoon, 21 hours out, we have 2,000 to 3,000 CAPE in central South Dakota. Not as much up there in North Dakota, but certainly up to 1,000, so that will support thunderstorm development. But this will mostly favor a tornado threat in South Dakota. You do need typically at least 1,000, 1,500 CAPE for marginal tornadoes to develop, and a bit less than that for thunderstorm development. Moving over to our storm relative helicity, there's a lot more of this than we have CAPE. Well over 600 in central Kansas, which is not even where we're expecting our severe weather threat tomorrow. But you can see in western South Dakota, those values also shoot up to 400, 500. So that means that the storms are going to have no difficulty to rotate. So it's just going to be a matter of where the storms are and how much they take advantage of the environment and produce tornadoes. Fire weather outlook. So we have a critical risk for today, Wednesday, August 6th, tomorrow, Thursday the 7th, and Friday the 8th. You can see today's critical risk stretches from eastern Nevada through southern Wyoming, so be sure to avoid any activities like campfires that could cause a spark and be responsible around fire and dry conditions. Day 2, you can see again from eastern Nevada, stretches a bit more up into Wyoming, and much of Utah is included in that. So fire conditions are going to be high. Fire bans are in place in these regions, and we already are seeing wildfires ongoing in Utah and western Colorado. And then moving on to day 3, we have another critical risk. That one barely includes some in Nevada, but mainly for northwest Colorado and south central Utah. I'm going to give you guys a tropical storm Dexter update, so just keep in mind this is going to have no impact to the United States. You can see It's in the middle of the Atlantic Ocean, so currently the maximum sustained winds are 50 miles per hour. I believe about 40 hours ago when I made my last forecast, that was at 45. So it is growing in intensity, but nothing too strong. Of course, it's not considered a hurricane yet. It is just at tropical storm force. Unfortunately, I do not know much about tropical storms and hurricanes, so there's not much of an update I can give. Other than that does pose no risk to the United States or anywhere, really. You can see the path. It's not going to impact anything, but that's where it is right now. So it's quite a ways off the coast of Maine and Connecticut, all of those states up there in the Northeast. Over our precipitation discussion for portions of eastern South Carolina, eastern North Carolina, and southeast Virginia. So this is for heavy rainfall, flash flooding likely. You can see heavy rain is occurring mainly across portions of southeast North Carolina and eastern South Carolina. We do have a couple flash flood warnings. One of these is near Raleigh, so this is observed for 0.25 to half an inch of rainfall per hour. So be sure to avoid flooded roadways, turn around, don't drown, take all those flooding precautions. And this one here, just east of Raleigh, is damage threat considerable. So this is a PDS. Local law enforcement reported flash flooding in Spring Hope. Between 4 and 6 inches of rain have fallen, and the expected rainfall rate for these storms is 0.5 to 1 inch of rain per hour. So be sure you are staying safe in these areas. With that being said, that is going to be the end of this video. Thank you all so much for watching. If you did enjoy, please be sure to like the video and subscribe to the channel, as it helps me out a lot. And I hope to see you all in the next one. Peace.